Okay, guys, Panzer J back here in Operation No Time to Die. We are up to turn number 9, 9.1 for Germany, July 1940. So before I get into Germany's turn, just a few quick things. First, from my German 8.1 turn. So I misspoke when I said that going into Hungary was a combat move. So I'm aligning these Balkan countries like Romania, Hungary, and then Bulgaria this turn. Whereas at the beginning of the game, in the first 3 turns, I annexed Austria, Slovakia, and Bohemia. So they're 2 different things. The annexation is considered combat, and you have to physically move a unit in there. Whereas aligning, I'm just announcing that on the place units phase, and then I replace that country's units with my own. I know that Global War 36 covered this a little bit in his last UK video, but I just want to touch on it again. I just misspoke as far as saying that was a combat move into Hungary, which it's not. The other thing was I had $5 extra to spend last turn because of the Molotov-Ribbentrop pack. And actually, the pack wasn't signed until Russia's turn. We didn't agree to it till then. So I shouldn't have gotten that 5 bonus for Molotov-Ribbentrop on my portion of the turn because it wasn't signed until after. So what I did, since I spent all of the money last turn, I went ahead and took off the militia in Paris for 2 and one of the infantry in Berlin for 3 to make up for the $5 for Molotov-Ribbentrop. And then the other thing Global War 36 wanted me to mention was that he took Alsace-Lorraine here with a British paratrooper last turn, and he had given the money to the Free French. He was a little bit unsure, and he thought it went to the Free French, but actually, since Paris is under enemy occupation, talking with everybody in the game, Madman Dan and Boston Bruce, we have come to the agreement that it's Britain that should have gotten that money. So Britain should be at, by my calculations, 30 right now, and the Free French are at 7. Okay? So that's the little bit of housekeeping. Now on to Germany's turn. Oh, and one last thing is the U.S. hasn't gone yet. Madman Dan is getting his video uploaded here pretty soon. But I'm not doing anything in this turn that would be affected by Madman Dan's turn. I'm not attacking England this turn, for instance. So even though he does plan on lend-leasing to the British, it's not going to affect my turn at all. So again, just to keep the ball rolling, and because I'm available now to get Germany's turn done, I'm going to go ahead and do Germany right now. So on to our tech rolls. So we got 5 tech rolls to do. And we have long-range aircraft at stage 3, which we're going to go for. Radar and wartime economy each at stage 2. And then we do have jet fighters and advanced subs at stage 1, but I think instead of those 2, we're going to go for improved construction and improved factories, which neither one of those is currently on the tech chart. So those are going to be the 5. Long-range aircraft, 7 or higher. Radar, wartime economy, improved construction, improved factories, all 7 or higher. So let's go ahead with long-range aircraft first at 7 or higher. And we got a 5. That's the one I really wanted, so we missed that. Radar, 7 or higher. We got a 1, so we're starting out wonderful. Wartime economy, 7 or higher. We got a 3, so we missed that. Improved factory, 7 or higher. 11, we got that. And improved construction, 7 or higher. We got a 9. So, 0 for 3 with the 3 I wanted the most, but I guess we semi-made up for it by hitting our last 2. So that's what the tech chart looks like for the Axis. Germany's completed advanced artillery, advanced mechs. Italy actually has completed improved construction. Germany and Japan are each at stage 3 for a tech, and then so on down the line there. Now on to purchases. So Germany had $62 to spend this turn, and we're spending all 62. So we're buying 2 more air transports for 16, 2 more paratroopers for 6, that's 22. We are finishing off a battleship that was at stage 2 for 5, that's 27. We are purchasing a naval transport for 7, that's 34. 2 Marines for 8, that's 42. And then we're purchasing 5 advanced mechs for 20, and that's our 62. And the sculpt that I'm using for the advanced mechs is an SD KFZ 250. I also have the sculpts for the 251s, but I'm using those as regular mechs, and the 250s here for the advanced mechs. Now, I don't currently have any mechs on the board at all, and since the same advanced and regular mechs are the same price, why would anyone purchase anything but advanced mechs? So I won't have anything on the board for the rest of the game for Germany that's a mech that's not advanced mech. So just for my opponents, all my mechs will be advanced mechs from this point out. So those are the $62 worth of purchases. Then I also have the free infantry for winning in Spain. So on to combat. We actually have 4 combat moves. 3 of them are going to be convoy raiding. So we're again into a new calendar year. So we're going to convoy over here in 134, convoy over here in 122. Then this little coastal sub that could, which it's already got me 6 IPPs off the British already. So it's going to come down 1 to 115 and attempt to convoy raid that line, and it's still worth 3. And then finally up in Yugoslavia, those 2 German infantry are going to come down 1 into Albania and take Albania. So those are going to be our a 5th combat move. See, I almost forgot because of Global War 36 sneaky move here, backed up by Madman Dan. We are going to take the 2 light armor in West Germany and come down 1-2 into Alsace-Lorraine. The fighter from Hungary is going to go 1-2-3. The fighter from Paris is going to go 1. And the fighter from Romania, which can go 5 because of the air base, is going to go 1-2-3-4. So it'll be 3 fighters and 2 light armor against that airborne. One of the 2 of the fighters will have 1 movement left each. And that is going to be our 5 combat moves. So let's go ahead and move these 2 German infantry down to Albania. So they take that. It's not worth anything, but another German territory. And then we will take our fighters, 1 here, 1 in Hungary, 1 from Paris, and our 2 light armor. And we will go into Alsace-Lorraine, take on that British airborne. So 3 6s and 2 4s. And I have to double check. I can't remember offhand what the airborne defend at. I think it's just a 2, but yes, they defended a 2. So Global War 36 will have a 2. I'll have 3 6s and 2 4s. So let's go ahead and do that battle now. So we've got our 3 fighters at 6. And a 3 and 2 8s, so that killed off the airborne. And the airborne in return at a 2 got a 4, so he missed. So we take off that British airborne. We will put our 2 German light armor there in its place. And Alsace-Lorraine has now gone German again. So let's go ahead and move Germany up to 49 and the British back down to 27. Okay. Now on to our convoy rating. So we might as well do the one over here and the coastal sub in C-Zone 115. So let's get our 2 dice. Red British, black German. Okay. We get a +1 for the coastal sub itself. And look at that. 6 to 2, which is +4, but we can only max out at a 3. So I'm going to go ahead and put another one of these disrupted half-sunken ships down on the board. And that little coastal sub just took another 3 off the British for 9 altogether. So it's definitely got my money's worth with that coastal sub. Now over here into Sea Zone 122, I'm attempting to convoy the FEC. That line is worth 3. So again, the British will be red, the Germans will be black. I have a +2 for this roll. And I didn't get anything. They got a 6, and I got a 2 + 2 is 4. So do not succeed in convoying the FEC. And then finally over here in Sea Zone 134, we have the German sub attempting to convoy Anzac for a total of 2 is the maximum. And again, Germany has a +2 on the die roll. And it's 5 to 5 with the +2, so nothing there. So isn't that something? The 2 regular subs don't succeed, but the coastal sub continues to max things out. So altogether for convoy rating, nothing off of Anzac, nothing off of FEC, and 3 off of Great Britain. So that is it for combat. But we do have a bunch of non-combat moves. So first, let's move our planes back. 1 came from Paris, and the other 2, 1 from Hungary and 1 from Romania. So the 2 from Hungary and Romania have 1 movement left. So all 3 are going to move 1 more back into Paris. So there's 3 fighters now there in Paris. Okay, then we are going to take 2 infantry in Hungary and come down 1 to Yugoslavia. We are going to, let's see what else. We are going to rail 2 artillery from Warsaw down to Romania. We are going to, let's see, what else did I want to do? We have 1 Marine in Berlin, and that's going to move up 1 to West Germany. We have a total of 2, 4, 5, 6. We have a total of 6 infantry in Berlin. 5 of them are going to come down 1 and move into Bavaria. 1 of the 4 fighters in West Germany is going to break off and go to Berlin. And I will take a chip off of this stack and make that a fighter sculpt here at the end of the turn. And I think that is actually it for non-combat. I don't think there's anything else we are doing in terms of non-combat. So now on to unit placement. And so for the place unit phase, officially we're going ahead and aligning Bulgaria. So that is worth $1. I'll take off those yellow units and replace them with German. So let's go ahead and move Germany up real quick. They are now up to 50. And for place units, we've got 2 paratroopers and 2 air transports that are both going in West Germany. Okay. And this major factory can obviously produce 5 units. So we're still safe there. Then we are going to place our newly constructed battleship and naval transport over here in Sea Zone 15 with this small German fleet. We are going to place all 5 advanced mechs in Berlin. And I'm just putting them off on the card here off to the side. The 1 free infantry from Spain obviously goes to Berlin. And then our 2 Marines we are going to place in the major factory here in Bavaria. And that should be it for non-combat. So just to cover what's where, over here in Sea Zone 15, we have 2 battleships, 2 naval transports, a torpedo boat destroyer, and a coastal defense ship. Warsaw has 4 infantry. Romania has 2 artillery, 4 infantry, and a motorized. Yugoslavia has a medium bomber, a tactical bomber, 2 infantry, and 3 cavalry. Albania has the 2 infantry. Bavaria has 5 infantry and 2 marines. Alsace-Lorraine has 2 light armor. Paris has an anti-aircraft gun, 3 fighters, 5 medium armor, and 6 self-propelled artillery. Berlin has a fighter, an anti-aircraft gun, 2 infantry, and 5 advanced mechs. And West Germany has 2 Marines, 4 infantry, 7 paratroopers, 7 air transports, and 3 fighters. And that should be it for German units. And then also Bulgaria is going to have 2 infantry and 1 cavalry that I'm swapping out. Okay, as far as income goes, Germany is up to $50 worth of territory. And then they have a $3 bonus for Sweden, a $3 bonus for Romania, and 5 for the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. That's 11 more. So a total of 61. So Germany will have $61 to spend on turn number 10. Things will now turn over to my most loyal compatriot, Comrade Stalin, and the Comintern. Knights Templar is doing a fine job with the Comintern, I might add. I fully support his aggressive policy in the Mideast and in the Far East. So I'm sure he will continue to set a shining example for communists the world over.